school. We all have to learn.
The stories of Greek mythology have captured the world. From the gods and goddesses who wielded grace, Greek mythology is a rich tapestry of myths and legend. Greek mythology is not just a collection, it is a window into the beliefs, values, and fears of the ancient Greeks, and it has had a profound influence on ancient Greece and explore some of its most Enter the mythic world of ancient Greece, where gods and goddesses rule the skies of Mount Olympus, heroes embark on epic quests, and monsters lurk in the shadows. Over the natural world and human affairs, Greek mythology is a rich tapestry of myths and legends that continue to inspire and intrigue us today. But Greek mythology is not just a collection of ancient stories. It is a window into the beliefs, values, and fears of the ancient Greeks, and it has had a profound influence on the culture and literature of Western civilization. So, let's delve into the mythic world of ancient Greece and explore some of its most iconic stories and characters. First up, the gods and goddesses of Olympus. This pantheon of deities was led by the mighty Zeus, king of the gods and god of thunder, who ruled over the other gods and goddesses with a firm hand. Zeus was often depicted as a powerful and majestic figure, wielding a thunderbolt as his weapon and ruling over the natural world with his great power.
I am the law, and the law is not mocked.
Among the other gods and goddesses of Olympus were his wife, the queen of the gods Hera,
I am the queen of the gods, and my power is absolute.
his son, the god of music and poetry Apollo,
I am the god of prophecy, and my word is law.
and his daughter, the goddess of wisdom and war Athena.
I am the goddess of wisdom, and my counsel is sought by all.
Each of these gods and goddesses had their own unique characteristics and areas of influence. Hera, for example, was known for her jealousy and fierce loyalty to her husband, while Athena was revered for her wisdom, intelligence, and skill in battle. But the gods and goddesses of Olympus were not the only deities in Greek mythology. There were also many minor gods and goddesses who represented various aspects of the natural world and human experience. Dionysus, for example, was the god of wine and celebration,
I am Dionysus, the god of wine and joy, and I bring a bountiful harvest to all who honor me.
while Demeter was the goddess of agriculture and the harvest.
Nature gives to every time and season some beauties of its own.
These gods and goddesses were believed to have great powers and to be able to shape the course of human affairs. They could bring good fortune or disaster, and they were often revered and feared by the ancient Greeks. They were often depicted as larger-than-life figures, with superhuman strength and abilities, and their stories and myths were passed down through the oral tradition and eventually written down in works of literature, such as Homer's epic poems The Iliad and the Odyssey. Greek mythology is also full of stories of heroes who embarked on epic quests and achieved great feats of bravery and strength. Heroes like Heracles, also known as Hercules, who performed 12 labors to atone for a crime he committed in a fit of madness.
I am the strongest of all mortals, and my deeds are legendary.
Or Perseus, who defeated the monstrous Medusa and saved the princess Andromeda from a sea monster.
I am Perseus, the hero who defeated the Gorgon Medusa and rescued the princess Andromeda.
These heroes were revered in ancient Greek society and were seen as models of courage and determination. They represented the best qualities of humanity and were admired for their feats and accomplishments. In many cases, their stories were passed down through the oral tradition and eventually written down in works of literature, such as the hero tales of Homer and the tragedies of Aeschylus. Many of these heroes, such as Hercules and Perseus, were known for their physical strength and bravery, but others, like Odysseus, were renowned for their intelligence and cunning. The hero Theseus, for example, was known for his bravery and strength, but he was also known for his
The hero of the Trojan War, and I have traveled far and seen much on my journey home.
But Greek mythology is not just about heroes and gods. It is also full of tales of monsters and other supernatural creatures that lurked in the shadows. From the ferocious Minotaur, a creature with the body of a man and the head of a bull, to the
I am the guardian of the labyrinth, and all who enter will be lost.
terrifying Medusa, whose gaze could turn people to stone.
I am the Gorgon, and my gaze turns men to stone.
Greek mythology is full of monsters that represent the darker side of human nature and our fears of the unknown. These monsters often played a significant role in the myths and legends of ancient Greece, and they were often used to symbolize deeper themes and ideas. For example, the monster Typhon, who was said to have 100 dragon heads, was often used to represent the chaos and destruction that threatened the natural order of the world. But these monsters are not just figures of fear. They often symbolize deeper themes and ideas in Greek mythology, such as the dangers of hubris or the power of the human spirit. For example, the story of the hero Perseus, who defeated the Medusa, can be seen as a metaphor for the triumph of reason and intelligence over brute force and violence. Another important aspect of Greek mythology is the concept of the underworld, where the spirits of the dead were believed to go after death. The underworld was ruled by the god Hades, who was often depicted as a dark and mysterious figure.
I am the ruler of the underworld, and all must bow to me.
The underworld was a place of shadows and darkness, but it was also a place of judgment, where the spirits of the dead were weighed on a scale to determine their worthiness. But the underworld was not just a place of judgment. It was also a place of reunion, where the spirits of loved ones could be reunited with each other. The story of Orpheus, who journeyed to the underworld to bring his beloved wife Eurydice back to the land of the living, is a poignant example of this aspect of Greek mythology.
Music is the medicine of the mind.
The underworld was also home to many other supernatural beings and creatures, such as the three-headed dog Cerberus, who guarded the gates of the underworld, and the Furies, who were vengeful spirits that punished those who committed crimes against the natural order.
We are the agents of revenge, and we will not rest until justice has been served.
The underworld was a place of mystery and fear, but it was also a Dionysus, who journeyed to the underworld in search of his mother, the goddess Semele. Along the way, Dionysus encountered many challenges and obstacles, However, Dionysus was not just free. He was also a hero of the spirit, and he challenges that he faced from the underworld and bring her back to the land of the living, where she was able to live out the rest of her days in the mythic world of ancient Greece. We hope that you have been inspired by the stories.
Ooh.